At the edge of the city, a lone house looms under a pale moon, its gates rusted, shadows stretching across the yard, the wind whispering through dead leaves. The rusted iron gate creaks as it swings in the wind, revealing the front porch cluttered with fallen leaves, rotting wood steps, and shadows stretching across the entryway. The front door stands partially open, its paint peeling, hinges creaking silently. Shadows flicker across the warped frame, and the faint scent of damp wood drifts through the air. Inside, the hallway stretches into darkness. Dust covers the cracked wooden floor, faded wallpaper peels from the walls, and the dim glow from a broken ceiling lamp flickers intermittently, sending eerie shadows across the corners. The living room lies in silence. A broken armchair leans sideways, and shattered glass glints faintly on the dusty floor. The staircase creaks under invisible weight. Dust rises slightly as the wind passes, shadows cling to each step, and the upper floor remains shrouded in darkness. The upstairs corridor stretches endlessly. Doors hang slightly open, wallpaper hangs in tatters, and the faint creak of unseen floorboards echoes. A broken chandelier sways slightly, reflecting faint moonlight onto scattered debris. A forgotten bedroom sits in silence. The mattress is torn, the window cracked, and a cold draft pushes the curtains, casting shifting shadows. The attic hatch creaks as it opens. Darkness spills downward, cobwebs hang thick in corners, and dust motes drift through a single moonbeam piercing the gloom. The attic is silent except for faint dripping. Boxes are toppled, floorboards creak under invisible weight, and shadows stretch unnaturally. The kitchen lies in eerie stillness. Cabinets hang crooked, a broken chair leans against the counter, and faint metallic echoes resonate through the empty room. The dining table is overturned, chairs lie scattered, a broken chandelier hangs crooked, and shadows stretch across cracked tiles in the dim moonlight. The staircase opens to a narrow landing. Dust motes float through the moonlight, shadows cling to the warped railings, and a faint draft pushes the curtains, hinting at the silence beyond. A single bedroom door hangs ajar, its paint chipped and scratched. Faint moonlight spills through the cracks, casting eerie patterns across the worn wooden floor. Inside the bedroom, a broken bed frame lies collapsed. Curtains sway in the draft, wallpaper peels in long strips, and shadows twist across the floorboards as the faint hum of distant wind fills the room. The bathroom lies in decay. A cracked mirror reflects the dim light, and rusty faucets drip sporadically, filling the silence with tiny echoes. The upstairs hallway stretches endlessly. Shadows from broken furniture and peeling wallpaper crawl across the floorboards, and the faint scuff of unseen movement whispers through the darkness. A ladder creaks as it leans into the attic. Moonlight barely penetrates the darkness above, and shadows stretch across the slanted ceiling beams. The attic is a labyrinth of boxers and forgotten furniture. Shadows twist across the slanted beams, cobwebs sway in the draft, and faint moonlight reveals dust motes drifting in the air. The rooftop reveals the city lights far below. Antennas sway in the wind, broken tiles shift slightly, and a faint whistle of the cold night air echoes across the empty expanse. A tall brick chimney leans slightly, shadows stretch across its surface, and faint smoke swirls upward in the moonlight. From the roof's edge, the empty streets stretch below. Flickering streetlights pulse faintly, and the distant city hum barely penetrates the night's oppressive silence. Descending from the roof, the upstairs hallway feels colder. Moonlight barely reaches the floor, and shadows from the warped railings twist unnaturally along the walls. A long corridor flickers with a broken light. Shadows leap across walls and floors, the silence punctuated only by faint electrical hums, as if the house itself were alive. The basement door stands slightly ajar, darkness spilling outward. Faint water drips echo, and the air smells of damp decay. Inside, the basement stretches endlessly. Exposed pipes drip, water puddles reflect faint light, and broken crates cast elongated shadows. Faint drafts push cobwebs across corners, creating a haunting dance of stillness. An old electrical panel hums faintly. Wires hang loose, sparks flicker sporadically, and shadows from the unstable light crawl across the walls. A cluttered storage room appears, filled with toppled boxes, broken shelves, and shifting shadows that seem to move with the faint draft of unseen presence. In a shadowed corner, a broken chair leans against a cracked wall. Dust swirls in faint moonlight, and a dripping pipe punctuates the silence, creating a quiet, ominous rhythm. The narrow stairs leading up feel steeper in the dim light. Shadows crawl along the edges as the faint draft pushes lingering dust. Returning to the ground floor, the corridor now feels transformed. Shadows lengthen unnaturally. A faint light flickers from a previously dark corner, and silence presses heavily against every wall. Back in the living room, the broken armchair has shifted slightly. Curtains sway in the cold draft, shadows twist across scattered debris, and faint echoes of creaks and drips fill the silent, oppressive space. The front door stands before the viewer again, partially open. Moonlight spills across warped steps, and the wind howls softly, as if bidding farewell. Stepping outside, the house towers silently against the night sky. The surrounding yard stretches into darkness, and distant city lights shimmer faintly. From the road, the house fades into darkness. Porch light extinguished, windows black, and the wind carries silence across the empty property. The viewer feels the story has reached its quiet, unsettling conclusion.